YouTube, what's good with y'all, man? It's your boy Justice coming back at y'all with another YouTube read, another collective energy read. Remember to take what resonates. Energy is timeless. So if this finds you, it's probably meant to at the perfect time. Trust that alignment. If you're not in alignment, go ahead and click off. I don't want to gaslight anything or anybody or unintentionally. Don't gaslight yourself. It really isn't me. Don't gaslight yourself. Take what resonates and leave the rest. You know, that message may be for somebody else that you may be trying to make fit. Don't make it fit. It's supposed to fit straight in like a puzzle piece, smooth. Let's go and get started. If you need a personal, hit up Shamika's son with candShamika@gmail.com. Everything else will be in the description. I'm also offering memberships for my special subscribers, so check me out if you're interested in any type of way. There's different perks. The highest tier of my subscription includes always getting half off on a reading at any time from me, and merchandise that I'll end up selling at some point. Without further ado, let's go and get started. Angels of the highest white light, angels of the highest of white light, please bestow upon me clear and concise messages for my divine collective before me. Remove any distorted energies and remove any energies from my past readings. Thank you, Nashe. You are very beautiful, very handsome. So Empress Energy, there's a need to nurture, not even a need. Whoever I'm speaking to, not even a need. You're in a very facilitating state of consciousness. So when I say facilitating state, whatever you're thinking, whatever you're whatever you're putting your energy into in terms of predominance, in terms of what you're feeding your mind, thoughts, spirit, choices, actions, is going to ripple effect and magnify. The Empress Energy is a very profound playmaker. To the Emperor, in comparison to that, is like more of a scorer, right? The Empress Energy is the facilitator, the passer, the one that kind of dimes everybody up, you know, on an energetic level. So whoever I'm speaking to, there's a need to watch your thoughts, watch what you're cultivating, especially your energy, your intentions, because you're in the state of being that when God favors you, yes, God favors whoever I'm tapping into, of course. You have a lot of favor of your life, but there's a favorable energy that the Empress Energy presents in terms of the dynamic, in terms of the spiritual dynamic, in the spiritual aspect of situations. So you can completely shift the dynamic in terms of judgment, in terms of healing, in terms of in terms of swinging, you know, energies into your absolute, what's the word? You can swing and pull energies into your pool and swing them any direction you choose to with the Empress Energy, man or woman. I'm speaking in spiritual sense. So whoever I'm tapping into, you're very intuitively tapped in, you're very psychologically tapped in, and there's something about that needing to be put to use right now. It's really mad. All right, we back, team. So I don't think first off, I don't know why I just stuttered so much, but I don't like how I broke down like the Empress Energy kind of in the last portion. But I was really saying that you can swing energies into your pool and turn it into whatever facet that creates for your whatever you kind of take that into. It just does it a lot quicker, more magnetized, and on a wide scaled level. So an Empress Energy is usually a mothering energy, but it's usually, you know, nowadays things are like, you know, you got a lot of women activating certain parts of their masculine polarity. You have a lot of men activating their sides of their feminine spiritual polarity in this day and age. So it's not necessarily about a mother or a woman, like gender. It's not really, it just takes what resonates. I could be tapping into some mothers on here though, right? With the mortal being in the flesh, there's something about the spiritual aspect, the eternal aspect. You're embarrassing all your enemies right now. So with the Three of Swords, okay. That's what puts you into the Empress Energy. Whoever I'm tapping into a heartbreaking situation, a traumatic situation, or some type of suffering or period of suffering that you healed through has put you into an Empress state of being, which basically is an energetic swing of control on a spiritual level. In the unseen realms predominantly, but that definitely reflects into the physical. People are haunted by how they treated you, seeing you rise out of certain situations that you weren't supposed to. With the Page of Swords energy, people thought you were going to be in your head. I'm getting like that can represent mental energy, restlessness, but people thought you were going to be like kind of over the deep end in whatever that means for whatever you went through to activate whatever you went through. That's how I'm gonna take it. But that's not any part of this situation. It brought you whatever breakthrough, whatever heartbreak, whatever suffering, trauma, whatever traumatic developmental time that you alchemized trauma into your healing. It brought you to your truth within. It brought you to your greatest truth within, which you're the hot topic in the 10 of Pentacles. The greatest truth within was that hold on, I'm gonna wait on that. With the judgment energy, the judgment was, you found your own judgment going within, despite after all these situations, or 222 may be significant climates of situations that reflected such densities and trauma that you ended up healing out of and going within. So there's a sense of going further within, man or woman, that activated your Empress energy. And if you're not in this energy right now, if you're not in that flow state, you're going to reach that flow state through the continuous inner work and healing that you're doing through this trauma or whatever, this period of whatever that was. If you go to any like great priestess energy, Empress energy, anything like that, those great seeing eyes, you go through a great deal of pain, especially through psychological behavior in terms of seeing certain things or things like that, for you to be able to see on a totality that whoever I'm tapping into is able to see. With celebrity status, there's something about your starlight being seen in public eye with the Wheel of Fortune. I may be tapping into maybe you're already a celebrity. Maybe I'm tapping into some celebrities. I don't know. Well, the Wheel of Fortune turning in your favor, I think people perceive the Wheel of Fortune to continuously turn in your favor, but it's due to this Empress energy because you're so used to alchemizing pain and suffering. Because it's all energy, truly. And whoever I'm speaking to, you truly understand that phrase, that statement, that it's truly energy, because you've had the worst of the worst energy thrown at you, and yet you still come out healing, still come out with a loving heart is what I'm getting, still smiling. With evil will, family members and friends, maybe you had people that wanted to see that smile turn into a frown, so to speak, right? With you're irreplaceable, these are the same people that are now viewing you as irreplaceable. You got people that are admiring you, a secret crush. I think that's an admiring of some people. I'm getting this download, like people don't agree all the times with what you say or what you do, but they see the sense in it. People see it more than you think you do. That's a channel message for somebody that's in a poverty consciousness, maybe about oneself, or how maybe you're looking at people perceiving you worse than they do. Yeah, people probably judge you. People probably laugh at you a little bit. Who I'm tapping into, people probably talk about you in a fascinating way. People probably want to get in your business. People probably are stalking you, gang stalking you. But they probably, sometimes our mind, I guess is what I'm getting, can perpetuate the worst possible outcomes into what that means or what they're what that really means. But a lot of people 444 are tapped into, the Holy Spirit is coming up very clear that you'll know the difference in between you perpetuating. And it's not always so easy to know the difference, but you know when somebody's actually talking, being that bad or that fucked up behind your back. But this is a message for somebody to gratify and clarify that people don't look at you as you think people look at you, basically. So there's a need for pulling that energy back within self and, kind of sizing yourself up, so to speak. Where am I looking at myself jadedly? Where am I looking at myself? I don't even think jadedly is a word, but we're going to use it today. Believe in your dreams. You're worthy of completing this mission. So there's a worthiness issue coming up. There's maybe shame coming up, maybe a inadequacy coming up. Maybe there's a sense of these things coming up from past experiences. You've helped so many people through your mission, or you're going to help people through these experiences that you've been through these things that you're, experiencing, that you got to be the pioneer, and that's okay. You're ascending. Be easy on yourself. Be easy. With the Two of Pentacles, be easy on yourself, balancing tough decisions. Watch out for temptation. That temptation can be past. Anything that represents your past that you're trying to get away from. That's a specific message for somebody. Not everybody is trying to get away from their past. All right. So many attacks are being sent out right now. Protect your energy. With people are in regret for how they treated you. Ground yourself in nature, away from people that want to play your energy to get back into the energy. That's the whole point. I'm kind of getting that vibe from this right now. There's a significance on your power being felt and seen by others, perceiving it and kind of sensing into it in terms of wanting to know more, they're kind of fascinated with you. A lot of people maybe have hurt you, maybe have done things behind your back. Maybe there was something, situation, climate, that illuminated somebody or your own distorted femininity. This could be both. This could be both outside of you and inside of you. So this could be somebody else trying to disempower you, trying to be conniving, jaded, or project that conniving jadedness onto you in terms of making you feel as low as they did. Or maybe you feel as low as somebody, or maybe somebody, for a few people, I kind of go too fast. 7-Eleven may be significant. Slowing down may be significant. Being patient may be significant. Distorted femininity. So maybe for somebody specific, there's a part of yourself that internalized, shameful experiences or embarrassing experiences. And there's a need to put death to these versions of yourself. I do it all the time. I cut cords and I forgive all timelines of myself all the time, because they're different versions, different timelines, different portals that you can re-access at any time that you're not really consciously aware of. It's just through a mere choice, decision, thought pattern. That's a significant illumination for somebody with this Empress energy. There's a need for this type of stuff being important in terms of what all people understand, in terms of how you're dissecting the information. So it's not you, it's your approach to the situation. There's a need to seek the bird's eye view in the situation, with other people dissecting you and what they dissect, and how you dissected yourself, and how you reflected their reflections of you, and how you internalized it. With people's lies and smear campaigns backfiring, there's a need to stay in your Empress energy. And a part of that comes through, you cultivating that healing and peaceful energy. The Empress energy comes from an empowerment of love. That's where the facilitating energy, the essence, comes from. It's an empowerment of that love that can fuel anybody's fire. That's why the Empress energy is so powerful. It's in the unseen especially. But many want to collaborate with you, or many want to be around you. Many want to be around this energy that you've now peaked yourself into. So there's a need to set boundaries, especially with those that, may have been an influence in you getting to this energy, may have been an influence negatively into you reaching this point. So there's a need to boundaries with divine union and partnership. So maybe people from your past that you were like this with, partnership, romantic, family. There's a need for you maintaining that connection with spirit, as well as what I'm getting from that union, unifying oneself with spirit and your spirit team, with the Five of Pentacles, to get out of this lack consciousness, to act like people want to stop you from showing up. People want to stop you from being you. People want to stop you. I'm getting that message quick. And to check your blind spots from those people that smile in your face and fake support you. Fake support is a deadly thing. Envy is a deadly thing. Your common enemy is not a deadly thing. It can be. Right? If you have a common enemy, that's a commonality between two people. I think you would use your best discretion, right? With somebody that you both know you don't like each other. With somebody that you don't know that don't really like you, that's dangerous. That's dangerous. With the World card, there's a need to cut out all cords with all of that, so you can open up to a world of possibilities for people that really will love you and appreciate you authentically and not hate you and not want you to suffer for their love for you. So with Spiritual Master, this is your spiritual mastery. The Empress energy speaks to the unseen, the spiritual mastery of, the psychological mind and the mental mind, in terms of what is engaging with it in the spiritual realm and the ethers. So they try to take your kindness for weakness, and that's the biggest mistake for any Empress energy, man or woman. A lot of people take that nurturing, that healing for weakness, as if, they can take from it. And I'm getting this energy, people have weaponized, this against you in some way, shape, or form. With Hidden Betrayal and Ace of Pentacles, there's a need for there's a need for letting go of old happenings, old cycles, old timelines, because it's already happened, it's done. I said this in a previous one, 1101 may be significant. But letting go of those things that are holding onto your frequency. I keep dropping this iPad. 1111 may be significant as well. Don't drop the ball, though, so to speak, in terms of your peace, your calm, in terms of the work that you put in to get to this Empress state. I think that's why I was being guided to go into what got you here, for whoever I'm tapping into, or what's getting you there. There's some sense of expression or cultivation of truth, or something through your job, your association with what you may do passionately, maybe not a job, but passionately, is connected to maintaining and empowering you into this Empress energy, or maintaining it. So that's significant. There's an overthinking that's going on right now. You overthinking making that move, overthinking showing up, overthinking the way you come off, overthinking the way people look at you. With the high priestess energy, there's a need to bask in your knowing, bask in what you know, comfort yourself in your intuitive knowing. With fake people that are maybe sending you psychological attacks, you're cord to them. You know, with people that are hidden, this is why it's dangerous, because they could be sending you things, whether it's through the thought realms, whether it's through a lot of different things, whether they talking about you funny. You know, that can really be detrimental to your energy if you're not noticing where that energy is coming from, and it's inside. It's like that's collateral damage, right? With a tower energy, you don't want to have that tower, right? So if your intuition's already screaming at you, take those signs. Your radiation is significant. The radiance, your radiance, I said radiation. Your radiance, so radiation may be significant. So any type of, you know, I'm gonna wait on that. People are in shock of you and all by you. So I'm getting this bomb effect, like a nuclear bomb. I don't know what that really signifies. Take what resonates, but I'm getting this bomb effect that there's like a sense of like an unseen, like, you know how a nuclear bomb is more so the radiation in it's not the explosion. It's usually from everything after the explosion, right? So I'm getting this connotation with your rise, your expression, your truth, whatever this breakthrough is, whatever that is, or you just standing in your energy. I don't know, maybe your energy presents that to people that tried to harm you or pushed you to this powerful point within yourself. A lot of times, you know, the growth and empowerment can come from a place of people perceiving of your growth and empowerment can come from a place of shame, regret, self-hatred, and they can project that into fear and paranoia for what you'll say and do towards them. So there's significance on whatever you're sharing, whatever you're doing, to be guided and to understand and to kind of reassure yourself amidst. I'm getting like attacks sent towards that because of people's fear of what you'll do with your truth or how you live your life. There's something about how you live your life that illuminates other people's lives. 1404, with hermit energy, there's a need to hermit away from these people that want to control the narrative of your life. With the Empress energy, there's a Nine of Pentacles, so that self-sufficiency is what people cling to in you. With the Snake energy, watch out, falling back out. With forgiveness is your key to energy flow and healing. The Nine of Pentacles state is what people seek from your energy. There's a self-sufficiency that gives off to other people. That's the Empress state. It's so facilitating. It's full of light, full of love, full of healing, full of empowerment. And a lot of people may not be ready for that healing and empowerment. They may shun you. They may shun that energy. They may hate that energy because they don't know what the energy withholds, right? So you're in alignment with your desires, and there's a need to maintain that. I've been getting that message all day. With tall male may be significant, standing tall and what that is for you, how you show up. Standing tall, showing up that you know you're worthy of showing up, showing up knowing that you deserve to show up, showing up knowing that you are gonna succeed, showing up, showing up knowing that you're gonna be confident, showing up, showing up knowing that you're able to show up, showing up knowing that you're balanced, grounded. And even if you're not, you're gonna get to that point. And that's what we're going to set the intention for, to maintain this fertility, the flow. And the Empress energy speaks to flow. All of it speaks to flow, a consciousness of flow, exerting flow in a peaceful, loving, benefiting way to all of humanity. That's the Empress energy, or at least the perception and the mindset in which it makes decisions from, man or woman. It is a nurturing aspect, whether it's calling judgment out of love, or whether it's, you know, utilizing that playmaking, facilitating aspect to empower somebody else or heal somebody else, nurture somebody else, ground somebody else. That's the sun energy. So there's a radiance about you that you need to walk in, chosen one. Whoever I'm talking to, you need to walk in that radiance. You need to walk in whatever calling that you're meant to be walking in. You know what I mean? You're supposed to be walking that path. Sometimes it can be confusing, but you're meant to be walking it. Not only are you a miracle, but one is on its way to you. I think miracles keep falling in your lap. 1616, as I say this, as you continue following and nurturing and being the facilitating seed that you're planting in others' lives that they don't see. There's a significance on that with the Ten of Swords. You know, with those that brought endings into your life, suffering into your life, those are the building staples of your foundation that can't no longer be broken. So with a bad bitch energy, I'm speaking to a lot of women, but especially men and women, there's a need to stand tall in your spiritual prosperity, your spiritual knowing, your spiritual calling, your spiritual understanding of self. You were simultaneously existing on multiple realms of existence, and you were underestimated, and they all know it. That message came out earlier too, in a different reading. There's a need for, those that underestimated you in the past, and you setting the boundaries and knowing your worth. And I'm not saying I am saying that, knowing your worth in terms of knowing what you don't tolerate, knowing what you stood on before and standing on that now, and knowing when to transition and shift that based on what's in alignment and what's, God's plan for you. And things can shift based on the free wills of other people, but God's plan is eternal. But saying this to say, there can be a lot of adaptations that are needed in terms of the nuances that come up out of nowhere that can maybe lead you to your destination a little quicker, and not a shortcut way, but more in a way that you don't have to go through something you already learned from. That's the point of karmic lessons. When you ascend past these points, unless you choose to go back into them, you won't have to, because you've ascended past the lesson of which. With distorted masculinity, there's a need to rise out of something that, any type of cycle that you find yourself in, and recognize where the cycle is, recognize where the repeated pattern is, and break it. And it's not so easy. It's easier said than done. But breaking it starts with starts with the acknowledgement of something needing to be shifted. And not in a way that you're in trouble, not in the way that you're like this, or not in the way that you're doing bad, but you can be doing better. It's an opportunity, not in a way that you're doing bad, not that you got to fix this, change this. Some people, you may have to actually do that, but it's still the perception that I get the opportunity to shift this part of my reality. I get the opportunity. And that's my last message for you all, to stay in the Empress energy and facilitate your seeds and, plant your seeds. And that's not my last message. I just lied again, but plant your seeds. Plant your seeds and facilitate what you can. You never know what seeds you're planting in terms of the thoughts, the choices, the actions, what you put out. It just started raining. So, clearing out your energy, cleansing is significant so you can operate in your highest creativity. I'm tapping into a lot of creatives, especially Empress Energy, especially for men and women watching. There's a high sense of creativity and soulfulness for the people I'm aligning with in this message, 1909. Endings and beginnings and transformations are happening all around us. And basically my message is you get to decide what that means for you with that Empress energy. Facilitate your highest growth, not your highest detriment. It's just my last one. And if you need a person with me, hit up Shamika, son with a C, and Shamika@gmail.com. And I appreciate every single like, comment, share, and subscribe. All the super thanks. If I ain't get back to you, I will. I appreciate you. You don't got to do things like that. It's your boy Justice, though. I'm gonna send y'all off with another